All right, good morning. Welcome to another Friday morning safety meeting. We are 14 days without a recordable injury, 14 days without a first aid injury, and 2 days without an at-fault vehicle incident. Today we're going to be talking about work zone safety. So while we're here, about 125 construction workers are killed inside a roadway work zone each year, and that's 2 or more a week. When you really put it into perspective, we haven't been immune to this at all. We had a worker injured in the work zone a few years ago. We had a flagger killed in one of our work zones quite a few years ago. And it just shows that just because we do everything right doesn't mean that nothing can go wrong. So we're going to kind of roll back to the hierarchy of controls, which we use for a lot of different things. And for some reason, my slides are not showing up. So, but we'll go with kind of engineering controls and stuff like that, which are going to be more your signs and things, getting all the way down to PPE, which is going to be the proper vests, and we'll get into that. Also, just make sure that we're keeping our heads constantly on a swivel whenever we're working inside a work zone. Best practices are to have a plan, review and understand the plan. Make sure you include any uniformed traffic officers, flaggers, and subcontractors that are going to be inside the work zone. We're going to set up our signs first, set up our cones with the flow of traffic, tear down against traffic so signage taper protect you, discuss your access and egress. So if you have a problem where you're going to get off the road, where trucks going to come in, where trucks going to get out, and are they going to be able to see through their mirrors while they're doing so. Keep yourself and fellow workers inside the closed lanes. Never turn your back to traffic and be visible. Wear your PPE and make sure it's in good condition. So speed kills. In a perfect world, we never see a vehicle in our work zones that's going over 55 miles an hour. Obviously, we all know that people don't actually abide by the speed limits all the time, even in work zones. Make sure that when we're going through anybody else's work zones that we're abiding by their speed limit. If that speed limit seems like it's too fast, slow down. We don't want to be flying by anybody, putting anybody else in danger, regardless of who's doing the work. But at 55 miles an hour, that's 81 feet a second. So just put that into perspective. And as vehicles go faster, the amount of energy that somebody will be struck by goes up exponentially. So it's important to make sure that we're abiding by the speed limits going through work zones. And we want to make sure we wear proper PPE and light our sights properly on the interstate if we're working at night. But for the daytime use, we like to use our class 2 vest for most situations. Those are the orange ones with the yellow and reflective stripes, no sleeves on them. What's nice about those is we carefully select our colors. So if you're working with a lot of greenery and stuff around you, those pop out a lot more. You're also less likely to get stung by bees when you're wearing the orange vests. When you go over to night work or you're working on the interstate, we wear the sleeve vests. Those are the class 3 vests. They're required, and those are yellow. The big reason why is if we're working on the interstate, they stick out more because you have just the interstate, a lot of signs, a lot of traffic barrels, stuff like that. If you're wearing orange, you tend to look more like a traffic barrel than anything. You stick out more in the yellow. So once again, we want to keep all those vests in good condition so that they're bright. You can see all the reflectors and everything like that. I'm going to kick it over to Ben.
Okay. Is your birthday today?
Mine tomorrow or Monday.
Monday? Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Well, happy birthday ahead of time.
Oh, thank
The
you.
whole bunch of you. Your father's birthday was the other day.
Yeah. My wife's birthday was last week.
Aaron
My mom's
Markle had a birthday.
Scotty's birthday is next week.
Happy birthday to anybody else out there who's got birthdays coming up. All right, let me.
Ross, yours was last week.
We're all getting older. Is that showing up?
Yep.
Okay.
For some reason, Teams looks different today.
Yeah. The email didn't format quite properly. Everything got shoved over to the left, so but on the words, but that's okay. When it gets processed, I didn't want to redo it because I already sent it out. Just happens. Okay, work zone safety. That was a good topic today, especially since we're getting busy out there on the roads. Code of conduct item this week is respect the property of others. Remember, it's personal. Whenever you're dealing with somebody else's property, they always take it personally. Practice good character and treat other people's properties the way you would want yours to be treated. Come up with a topic this week on how we can improve our focus, our efficiency, and our trust. And we do a lot of things. It's always really good when we can do them intentionally and think ahead. Think ahead of our actions. So I call it doing things on purpose. If you're going to make a mistake, do it on purpose, I guess. Being intentional means thinking before acting. When we pause to consider our words and our actions in advance, we get greater control. We also reduce mistakes and improve outcomes. Focus your attention on what truly matters and align what you say and do with our priorities, our goals, and our standards. Actions that reflect good standards are easy for others to understand. So if we're following the code and following our standard practices, it's a lot easier for people to understand what we do when they're done in accordance with what we all agree on. So alignment strengthens teamwork and makes working together a lot more efficient. So remember that being intentional reflects, it builds ownership, and taking responsibility for our future actions strengthens the reliability and trust within the team. So as employee owners, we have a shared responsibility to act with purpose. And when we do that, it keeps us aligned with our mission, our priorities, and each other. So thanks for being intentional. If you're going to do something, do it on purpose. I had a friend who was an air traffic controller, and he said when he was in training, they said, if you're going to put two planes together, do it on purpose. Plan it out and connect them right up. But that one has to do with code item number 11, most especially, which is to think ahead of what you do. Restraint, discretion, and integrity. Equipment focus of the week. Ken Fern, are you on? So we do have a 72-hour safety inspection. It's going to be coming up next week. It's kind of a nationwide thing where all the DOTs are probably going to be pulling us over. Anything with a DOT number, anything 10,001 pounds or greater, especially it have company decals on it. At one of these stops, a lot of times, if you're in a smaller truck, they will sometimes wave us through. They'll take a peek and wave us through. If we try to avoid them and go, past, it gets them all primed up to chase us. So we don't want that to happen. Some of the things to remember your seatbelts, DOT medical cards, especially for people that are crossing state lines. Your load, your safety chains on your trailers, that breakaway tether needs to be connected to the vehicle, not just clipped on the part on the hitch that just will come off, and because it's meant to put the brakes on if that part that sometimes we connect it to fails. The lights, the brakes, the tires, in the trailer decks, they'll get us for that too. If we got rocks or stones on the trailer decks, there's a lot of other things. Contact Ken, Ferno, Brian, but also we have the safety team. We got Tom, we got Matt, and we have the whole shop crew. They're very, very well versed in all this stuff. So like Brad in the shop always says, no question is dumb. Give us a call if you got a question. If something's going on with, especially next week when we got all these checks, swing into the shop and ask somebody, because it's a lot better to get it taken care of ahead of time rather than to have a fine or get pulled over on the road.
Yeah, real quick, if you don't mind if I butt in real quick.
Yeah.
the big things that they're going to be hammering on are breakaway cables. So are they properly connected to the vehicle itself, not the hitch?
Right.
That's the biggest one. So it can't be intertwined with your breakaway cable or with your safety chains or anything like that. It has to be independently clipped to the vehicle and in good shape. So it can't be frayed or anything like that. Make
Mhm.
sure your lights work. And this afternoon, give your vehicles all a bath. They're less likely to pull you in for further inspection if your vehicle is clean. So clean, clean, clean. Check
Mm.
your lights. Make sure all that low hanging fruit is good to go.
Yeah.
Because that's going to help us out immensely next week.
Yep. Yeah. If any of the drivers, if we miss anything, let people know. And our professional drivers that are out there every day driving the big trucks, hopefully if they're gonna, I'm gonna ask them to keep an eyeball on some of the other vehicles that are out there, and don't be surprised if they stop you and tell you to correct something. Listen to them because they know. They deal with this stuff probably a lot more than we do when they're out there on the roads having to do these stops. So listen to them. That's not permission to abuse people, drivers. Hold them
And be
accountable.
nice to the DOT officers too. That goes a long ways.
Yeah. Yeah. I pasted a couple of things that Ken Fernal sent a few of these things along to me. So I put these things on here. Ken, do you have anything to add? I know you're on, but I didn't hear you, so I went through your thing. Okay, we've got some language on the road check. To go ahead.
Sorry, I was in the conference room. That's why I wasn't on there, but no, pretty much you covered everything.
Okay, that's good. Thank you, Ken, and thank for helping and for putting this together, and also Brian, and the drivers. Let's look good out there next week. I gotta get a picture of the truck, the new truck decal on Rose's truck. So maybe you guys can get me a photo when it's outside. I had one of it inside, but it was hard to get the photo. So when it's out there and looking good, well, I'll put that in next week if you can get, if Rose, if you or one of the other people can get me a photo. And we'll feature that next week. Mr. Saganowitz, are you on? Matt?
Yes, I am. How are you doing, Mr. Dow, this morning?
I'm good. I think you want to tell us about the progress on the turkey pool.
Yeah, no, go ahead and scroll down. We've got some amazing pictures of some birds that have been entered in the pool. If you're in the pool, or even if you're not, if you have any pictures, send them over. But yeah, these are some great pictures. Here's Alex.
Looks like
with
is
bird.
his the current first place?
No, the current leader is Garrett.
Ah,
And if I've messed up any of these stats or anything, just let me know, guys, but we'll go through it all before the final, day and just make sure everything's squared away,
that's some big
calculated
birds.
properly. Yeah, there's some
Andrew-
beautiful birds.
Andrew,
A lot of
Ben.
reports. McKenney, Andrew, Brian.
Harrington looks like he's done this before, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he's a cool cucumber, man.
Ooh,
And then
another
there's
nice
Garrett.
one. Garrett. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
that thing's huge.
Awesome. Oh, and Steven.
Take it, man. Yep.
Great.
They're all pretty close, all really nice kills. So keep it up, guys. We still got a couple weeks left. And like I said, if you haven't reported and you're in the pool, just let me know and we'll give updates. And if you're not in the pool and you want to show off your bird, feel free. We'd love to show it off. It's a great time of year.
Sounds good. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, guys.
The Dragon Boat Festival. Let Sarah know if I think they're trying to put together an ECI boat. I think Phil Forster might be one of the people that's going to be on that. I don't know if you're on, Phil, but
yeah, I think Sarah and I are the only two on the team, unless she has an update that there's more have joined. But I'd love to have some help.
So how many people on a boat? It says here 16. Is that how many people on one boat?
Yeah, it's a 16 person team race. One
Okay.
vote.
Count on three. I'm joining.
All right.
Nice.
Get it? Any other takers? Each paddler.
That's all we need.
So you guys have to raise you raise funds. So I imagine you'll be coming to us for some sponsor money at some point. Each
Potentially, but I
paddler
think-
has,
Yeah,
right?
individually, I think we can try to raise some as well.
you can raise some or you can give it. Yep. Well, if anybody is short the money to do it, let me know and I'll see if I can help myself to help you to paddle.
Perfect.
That's cool. July 25th and 6th is the practice weekend. And the 9th is the festival day. And I know in the past Sarah's done these and it'd be really cool if we did have an ECI team. And maybe we could right, we're probably not allowed to modify our boat. We could get the shop guys to help us put a little more horsepower to it somehow secretly. Eat energy bars. Okay. Oh, Brad Barrett's promoted to foreman. Congratulations, Brad. That's kind of cool. Brad's going to be operating at a higher level this year out there. And remember, Mother's Day is on Sunday. If you haven't got anything, you got a couple days to get a card for her. Returning ECI employees this week. Rob Barber. Welcome back, Rob and Charlie Suture. Foreman and operating foreman are back. They've been out doing other things and they decided to come back and join us. So we're happy to have them back. Welcome back, you guys. And we also have a couple of new guys this week. We got Dalton Murray. He started on Monday as well. And we've got Josh Sweet. So welcome to you guys. Also, not sure if I've got Dalton and Josh, if I've got your emails yet from if you're listening, but we will be adding your emails so that you'll be getting this email every week. I do believe that hopefully Charlie and Rob, you probably got it through your ECI email, but let me know if any of you four guys in the next week don't get it, because you should be on there by next week. This week, the project of the week is gonna be presented by Eric. Eric, I'm sorry about the formatting. When it generated, it moved my words over a little bit, but
Quite all right.
And if
Go ahead.
you want me to just follow along, I know we got a couple of movies we were gonna try to show, but I don't know if it's gonna work.
Yeah, you can drive and then I'll just share.
Okay.
And then you can take it back from me when I'm done
Okay.
with those videos. All right. So yeah, ECI was contracted by the city of Burlington through the airport to demolish an aviation deli building this spring. The scope of work was to perform asbestos abatement of some insulation in the attic, which we subcontracted to EHM, Environmental Hazards Management, and to demolish the structure, including the foundation, cap the existing water and sewer service, fill in the basement, and create a parking lot in the footprint of the structure. We used all metals recycling for the dumpsters and disposal of the debris. Project went well, and we were given a small change order to add an electrical backboard with outlets for the site. So here's the picture of the deli. I'm sure everybody remembers the deli. It was there forever.
Yeah, it was there for a lot of years.
Yep. Produced a lot of food out of there.
Yeah, it's that place.
So Randy Dow was the operator. He did all the demolition, and with Taylor Desautel's helping. One thing we found under the floor, all the floors, they had paper layer under the floors.
Newspapers from the 1940.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's 45. Yeah.
Yep.
All from the 40s. It was pretty cool. That's with the structure down. Here, let me share real quick my screen. I have those
Yep.
2 videos.
See if we can see them.
Yep. Can you see my screen?
I can see it, yeah.
So that's the floor, that's the paper underneath the floors. And then, oh,
Oh, he closed it.
closed it. Hold on. I'll get it back in a second.
I think that one newspaper looked like it said Boston Globe.
Here we go. Here's the other one.
Here we go. Yep, there she goes.
Always fun demoing buildings.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Want me to?
Yes.
I will
I'll
reshare. I tried to get those embedded in our email, but I couldn't. They were too large. The files were too large to upload.
So yeah, this is some pictures of the demo. There's the dumpsters. I think we used 7 dumpsters. And there's the water service that was capped.
So you guys just capped that in place?
Yep. Put a compression cap on it. Right at the right of way. There was a septic tank there that was not on the plans. So we got that taken care of. And then I think this next picture is just a picture of the sewer service capped.
Yeah. Doesn't look very deep.
Nope. And then, just filling in the basement, compacting. There's the electrical service that was added. When we removed a panel, a sidewalk panel, and then put it right back.
Huh. So it looks like they might have a future something there if they've got an electrical panel.
Yeah, they just wanted to have a power there for whatever reason, but
yeah.
There's the parking lot or the gravel and the footprint. Put all the barriers back up.
Restored back to the earth without a building.
That's it.
Cool. I didn't know if a lot of people knew that we did that. You guys went in and did it pretty quick. So the building disappeared. A lot of people asked, who did that? Well, we did. Thanks, Eric.
Yeah, I mean, traditionally, well, we haven't done any of those. I think Dirt Tech has done a lot of them, but we bid it. We were asked to bid it, and I think Dirt Tech, Cutting Edge, Ireland, and us bid it, and we ended up getting it. So it was pretty cool.
We do a little bit of everything. From the archives, I found some photos from the 2005 era. We did this job at Highgate Substation in 2005 and into 2006. It's the one right up there, right near town that you drive right next to. And I just found some of these pictures in my old photos. There's Griswold's pump on the right. Some of our excavators in the background. And we used to do a lot of that cable trench for Velco right there on the left, the photo on the left. And we've got footings. This job we did with Griswold, and some of our guys did some of the footing work, and some of Griswold's guys you'll see in the next photo. Or in the piers. That was right at the beginning of a lot of work that we did for Velco. Aaron Boiseno ran this job. There's Paul Brunton. Some of our concrete guys there pouring some concrete in one of the footings for the piers. And then there's some electrical. There's Aaron again. There's some electrical conduits running through underneath some of the towers in that yard were existing, and we did a big upgrade. So there's the view from the street. Pretty cool job. Back a few years. So I'll turn it back over to the safety guys.
Yeah, have a great day. Have a safe day. If you're watching a group setting, please send me attendance, and we'll get you guys all counted. Good
Thanks,
luck
everyone.
turkey hunting if you're going this weekend.
Don't forget Mother's Day, and be careful out there on the roads, and make sure your stuff on all your vehicles are clean and everything's in order before we get stopped by one of these DMV checks next week. Let's go for a zero issue week. Hey, thanks.
Thanks.